All right, angelic reading for the week ahead. I was wanting these to be pretty quick, so I'm just going to do a few cards and we'll just get into what's recommended. So this is not surprising. This is exactly like what I saw in the celestial update. I do these back to back, so it makes sense that they all come through like this. But it's really great because we can see different perspectives. So the celestial update I channel. I pull cards, I sit down, and I channel information. So I'm doing skywalking journeys, I'm getting psychic information, and I'm writing. And I channel when I write. These ones are a little different because I'm using a different means to getting the messages out. So we'll just see a little more information about this. We have the eternal child, and there's a need for healing the inner child and moving into a space of hope and joy this week. Okay, so that is the first message. Self-love, purity. We have the swan there. The spider and the gorilla. And the spider. Connection, shadow. So we are seeing this inner child wounding coming out again, and a need to kind of step into that, to take the time this week to nourish the self, to love the self, and understand your value. That's what I'm getting from this gorilla. The energy of this is really about knowing your value and your worth and standing in your power. I mean, this, I'm sorry, my nose was itching. Standing in your power, because this energy of the inner child, it feels weak, it feels tired, it feels like it's had enough, basically. And the gorilla is coming in to say, you need to love yourself, but you also need to understand your strength and your power and your nobility, your authority and your sovereignty. Know that you are a strong, divine being here. You deserve respect. You deserve love, especially from yourself. But with the spider card, there is possibly a connection here that is pulling on you or draining you. So I don't go into other people. I don't do readings like that because I feel like everything is reflected through your energy. Okay, not what other people are doing. So to some degree, we do have to separate, protect ourselves from others. But for the most part, it's all within us. So there's a connection here within the self-love and your ability to tune into your worth and value. There's a huge opportunity this week. They are wanting you to actually, they're saying plan ahead and biding your time. Seize the moment and selfishness. So with this connection energy here, if there is someone else involved in this, know that that being is actually coming from a very egocentric space, okay? Not necessarily fear, but like their reality is first and foremost, okay? So try not to worry about other people this week. Focus on your own processes and your own shadow healing. Focus on healing that inner child and allow that to be healed, okay? So you can step into the next phase and the next journey, the next elevation there. What else do we have this week? Let's look at some higher frequency energies. Okay, so there's a confirmation. For someone, there is a need to be seen, to push through whatever is going on. Step up to the plate, do what needs to be done. You're beginning to manifest consciously The Emerald Tablets is coming up. And so there's a huge alchemical process happening this week, like we've been speaking about, this tipping point, moving into this next phase. That's pretty much always, that's what life is at a spiritual level. You're always transmuting and elevating, transmuting and elevating. So that's never really going to change, but sometimes it's a time to incubate, to be within the womb, and sometimes it's time to step out. And we're seeing both this week. Early week, do the incubation, do what needs to be done within the self, allow the shadow to come out. And then by the end of the week, they're wanting you to take the mask off, let yourself be seen, move forward. So instead of biding your time and just waiting, start planning for that, okay? Because that is going to be happening by the end of the week. There is an acceleration in your spiritual evolution as well. There could be memories of Atlantis coming through, Lemuria, ancient lives, but we're also seeing a lot of evolution with spiritual technology as well. So the Djedi School, if you guys are in that place where you're starting to work with advanced star technology, organic quantum technology, I'm taking applications right now. If you apply, I will let you into the school. You're not going to get denied, but you want to make sure that you are healed, you're aligned, you're already in the 5D, you understand your energy body, you can see everything that's going on, you can tell if you have a block in your field or a closed chakra, whatever. You already know all that because you have to start with your field, mastering that, your energy, and then you can, the school will be helpful for you, okay? So I definitely recommend that for some of you guys that part resonates with. Let's see if we have anything here. Earth soul birth. There's a rebirth. Some of you guys are going through a literal rebirth in this lifetime. I've gone through that 3 times in my life. It is not easy. Sometimes it can take years to get through that. I actually did a rebirth with a shaman when I lived in New York. And that took me a long time to integrate. But I am seeing that here with some of you guys. This is a big shift here. Some of you guys, it's happening at a universal level. Okay, so it's a higher spiritual level. I literally just got Earth soul birth, and universal soul birth. Okay, so both of those are happening. So I don't think it's just here. It is universal. Some of you guys, it may be Earth, some of you universal, it just depends. Yeah, you're moving home base. So there's a huge elevation here. And through the 0 point field. I think we got that. Was that in the celestial update? I can't remember. It's an octave shift. Huge frequency shift. Master of Sound is coming through. So if you work with sound healing at all, this would be a great week to work with that. That will actually help shift this quite a bit more smoothly. And our sound meditations. Destiny. So this was all going to happen. It was destined to happen right now. This huge acceleration, this huge evolution. And it's been this whole year, really, and I am seeing a lot of shifts in the physical reality with people's consciousness, with the new information that's coming out. It's very, very clear that the collective is moving in a new direction. And I do feel as though the physical body is not going through much right now because so much is happening at a spiritual level, and that's actually the gift. So allow yourself to rest, do what you need to do. If your physical reality is actually not showing a lot of signs of change or growth, it's actually a gift because you need the time to integrate. You need the time to rest, not be super busy, and allow yourself to take that time, okay? So let's see, is there anything recommended here for Academy or session work? OPL Quantum Healing, DNA repair. This might be helpful for some of you guys. This will just help to integrate the information. Okay. Cosmology and the Universal Inversion. This is actually on YouTube, so you guys can look that up and watch that on YouTube if you're not in the Academy. A soundscape meditation, tree of life. If you are not used to multidimensional travel, or you have not done it before, you don't understand it, or have never done multidimensional travel before, this is the best place to start. Okay, I actually forgot I had that in the Academy. I walk you through it. It's a guided meditation, and I teach you how to go to the tree of life and travel multidimensionally. The celestial purification would be helpful. And the art and science of transformation. So this is for people that are newer, 3D, 4D, just to help you understand and integrate the multidimensional landscape, intuitive stuff with the more rational, logical work. Okay, so we go into quantum physics, all sorts of stuff. I actually haven't reviewed this for a long time. I wrote it in 2013, taught it all over New York, in Brooklyn, had it online, and now it's in the Academy. Okay, so it's a great place to start. If you would like a reading, I do just readings, starting at 1 question all the way up to 5 questions. We can do a reading for you at any point. You can book that online. I'm actually doing sessions now that are hour-long session, 2 hour, and then the full Soul Spark is 3 hours. The 1 and 2 hour sessions are just the quantum healing. I go through what the information I'm getting. I send it to you in an email, and we can do a quick call afterwards, and I monitor your energy for 3 days. For the full Soul Spark, I monitor your energy for a week after and check in with you to make sure it's stable, okay? Because we do a lot more work in that. I get a lot more information. Also, the OPL Ascension School is now open. You can just register. You don't have to apply. And the Djedi School will be open soon. So if you feel like you're more advanced, you don't need help with energy healing, but want a focused plan to help you with advanced abilities, remembering your gifts, and then putting them to work for you, that would be the school for you. We are going into advanced star technology, and which is essentially organic quantum technology. So we're using our consciousness to evolve. Okay, this is the most powerful path on the planet to do right now, is working with your consciousness to create. Okay, and we are mastering that in the Djedi School. The OPL Ascension School is a preparation school for that, to heal, to harmonize, to align with the divine, to get rid of any of the gunk in your field, and help you to step into that, mastering that power with your own energy and understanding yourself, okay, and going through the healing process. The Djedi School is taking that harmonic and those heightened frequencies and putting them into use and to work with your gifts to help the planet evolve, okay? Hope that was helpful. We'll see you next time.